Re-strap. I think about the Sea Org members and wonder if each one was sat down one-on-one and asked if they could leave this minute with a severance package that would give them 6 months living expenses, and if there were absolutely no repercussion to family and friends still in the church, what percentage do you think would leave? Also, just how many Sea Org members are there around the world? The leader of the church says people want to be there. Do you think this is true? Hey, Ree, thanks for the question. Okay, I think a great number of Sea Org members would leave if they were given that package of wonderfulness offered to them. I think a great number of them would go, you know, I'm really not happy doing what I'm doing. I'm really kind of regretful about having joined this group. I don't like the schedule. I don't like the food. I don't like my lifestyle. I don't like the control. And they would hit the road, right? Which says a lot about the control mechanisms in place to keep Sea Org members there, right? The low pay, the authoritarian environment, the emotional and psychological blackmail of disconnection. These are very, very real factors that keep people locked in. And by locked in, I don't mean that they stay there because they know very few people are sitting there thinking, I can't leave because it will mean that I will be disconnected from my family. That's not the thought process that goes on in a Sea Org member's head, I will say, in my experience, and I think for the most part. Instead, what they think is, well, it's tough and it's kind of hard here and I don't really like it, but I'm here for the greater good and I'm here doing this job and I'm here for whatever reason they signed up for. And I need to fulfill that goal, and this is the best place to do it. And so they continue on. But the thing underneath that's, like that, all those things that I just said are rationalizations or justifications that they're coming up with to stay there. But underlying that are the real reasons, and the real reasons have to do with the enforced disconnection and the fact that they feel they need to honor their commitments or their pledges or their promises or something, or they will be, they feel they'll be ostracized, or they feel that they won't make it in the real world, they don't have the money to leave. Those are all very real reasons, but those are not admitted reasons that they would be thinking about. They're not consciously thought about reasons. So if you sat down and talked to them, they'll tell you all the surface, rationalizations. But an offer like this would cut through a lot of those surface rationalizations and would get down to the heart of the matter pretty quickly, because it would take all those excuses out of the way and it would really give them an opportunity to make a real honest choice with real choices, that there's an alternative that they can look at and go for that would be meaningful. They're not going to lose their family and friends. They're going to be able to stay in touch with people, and they're going to have enough money to get themselves started. They're going to have some kind of a support system, ready there for them. So I don't know how such a thing, of course, could ever be done, but I think that if it were done, you'd empty out a good chunk of the Sea Org pretty fast. Oh, and by the way, there are, last I knew, when I left the Sea Org at the end of 2012, the figure was around 5,000 Sea Org members. And I think it's only gone down since then. I don't think it's gone up. I think the rate of attrition is higher, but that is a guess on my part. I don't have any hard statistics on how many Sea Org members there are now.